Hi, welcome to ABC's Ask an Expert, where we get answers from industry experts to commonly asked questions from homeowners. Today, we're joined by Manuel Ortiz, the Pest Control General Manager for ABC. He has been with ABC for 20 years, having started as a pest control technician and spent many of those 20 years working in the field to control pests. Thank you so much for joining us, Manuel.
Thank you, Megan. It's an honor. I'm glad to be here.
What is the best way to keep rodents away?
Well, Megan, I think the best way to keep rodents away, and especially out of our homes, is to go get up on the roof, seal the house up, remove any way that a rodent could possibly get into your home. A lot of times when we have pets, leaving out food can attract them. Water sources, different water sources, even like a water bowl can attract a rodent. So as long as we keep them from getting into our food and into our homes, that's a good way to keep them away. They won't find any interest in our home.
Do electronic rodent repellents really work?
Electronic rodent repellents, I think, can help, but I think it's temporary. Usually, what we've seen, because a lot of times we'll deal with a customer that has a problem, and we'll show up to the home and they have the repellents plugged in all over their home and they're still dealing with the issue. I think they are temporarily, they might work, but it's not going to work long term.
And then what are the signs of rodents that homeowners should look out for?
Well, the dead giveaway is rodent droppings. Whenever you have rodents in your home or around your home, you'll start noticing gnaw marks where places where they're trying to chew to get into the house. You'll notice odors. Odors are a big one, something that you're not used to smelling. Possibly urine, because a lot of times rodents use urine and pheromone to communicate. So there'll be that, and noises. You'll hear them up in your attic.
What makes your home more attractive to rodents?
Well, like I said before, I mean, you have one of the biggest ones is it allows them to bypass our dogs and cats and everything, are the trees touching the roof. Rodents will climb on the tree, jump, pretty much use a tree branch to get up on the roof and find an entry point, like a roof joint or a vent to get in our attic. So that'll allow them to enter into our homes.
And then,
Food is another one. Pet food is another big one. They'll just, if we leave food out, they'll go after it.
gotcha. What can you do around your home and yard to make it less attractive to rodents?
I would say, remove areas that allow them to harbor. If we have harborage areas, it doesn't allow them to hide in those spots. Now, I'm not saying to completely, remove everything out of your yard, but if we can remove harborage areas, if we can remove water sources and remove food sources, they're not going to be real interested in that area, in that home and in that yard.
What types of rodents are you more likely to find in homes in Texas?
Homes here in Texas, especially here in Austin, we see a lot of raccoons, a lot of roof rats. Roof rats pretty much all over Austin, all over Texas, quite honestly. We do deal with the Norway rat that some people call the sewer rat. It hangs out in the sewage and pretty much runs through the pipes underneath and through the home. So we deal with that. A lot of squirrels. We see a lot of squirrels out here. And another one is ringtails we see periodically.
What kind of damage can rodents do to a home and yard?
Rodents love chewing. Rodents will chew through siding. They chew through different types of wood. They get into the attic. Not only do they just tunnel through your insulation, they mat it down. So that insulation's value just drops. They chew water lines. They chew electrical lines. If they hit a water line, pressurized water line, that can burst and lead to a lot of damage. And then you're looking at damage inside of the home. But overall, yes, they love to chew. They love to, look for water sources. For the most part, and a lot of times when they're in your attic, that's why they're chewing on these pipes, is to get either condensation around the pipe or water from the inside of that pipe. Once they find that, they'll chew that pipe and it'll just burst up in your attic and cause a lot of water damage.
Yeah. Do rodents carry viruses?
Megan, it's interesting that you asked. First off, there are concerns obviously with the hantavirus when it comes to rodents. A lot of times it's with mice. Leptospirosis is another one. With raccoons, you're thinking rabies. Just recently, I sat through a talk where rodents were being tested for COVID, and what they're finding is that rodents are running through the sewage lines and picking up this different virus. And we know in the sewage lines are all different types of variants of COVID. And with them running around in those lines, because they're just up against the pipes, they crawl out of the sewage and up into, our living spaces. They're just moving that COVID around. So they're testing the rats for the COVID virus, and they're finding, roughly from 70 something rats, 13 or 14 of them might have the COVID virus. So there is a concern there. It's definitely something we're thinking about.
Thank you so much for your time, Manuel. That's it for today's Ask an Expert from ABC Home and Commercial Services. Thank you again for answering our questions about rodents.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Megan.
ABC Home and Commercial Services.